and welcome to this balcony cabin on Sun Princess. Now I have stayed in this cabin for a week already, so I've got to know it, and let me tell you, there are some quirks. There's some weird things that you need to know. So today I'm going to show you all around this cabin so that if you've booked one like this, or if you're thinking of a balcony cabin on Sun Princess, then this should help you decide if it's the right one for you, and also understand what you need to know to make sure that you get a good night's sleep, because I didn't have one for the first night, but every night after that was absolutely fine once I found out what it was that I needed to do. So let me show you around. As we walk into the cabin, we've got all of the wardrobes here on the right and the bathroom on the left, so I'll come back and show you those. We've got this big double bed. I reckon it's a king size bed. It can be 2 single beds if you prefer. You just have to specify that when you book or ask your cabin steward. And then over here we've got the sofa. This one actually does convert into bunk beds, so another bed comes down from the ceiling there and this changes into a bed, and I'll show you what that looks like. If you have that bed set up, your cabin steward, every evening when you're out to dinner, they will put the bed into a bunk bed for you, and then every morning when you're at breakfast, they'll put it back, or you can just have the bed out all the time if you prefer. And then over here we have the desk, fridge, other little bits which I'll show you in more detail, a TV, and out onto the balcony. Now this is a really nice balcony. It's a good size. There we go. And this one actually overlooks this area, which is a private area for people who have the mini suites, which are those ones down there. So it's a little bit frustrating because you overlook that area and you're not allowed to use it, but hey, that's fine, that's fine. This is a nice cabin too. So it's quite big, it's got chairs. And as we go back inside, I'll show you what you need to know. So over here you'll see that we have ice, and we have a kettle, a tea and coffee. Now those don't come as standard, but if you want those, it's easy. You just open up the Princess Cruises app and you just tap that you'd like a kettle or you'd like ice, coffee, and it all gets delivered to your room. We've got a drawer there. It comes with a hairdryer. It's this dry bar one. It's pretty good, the other bits. And then in here we've got the fridge. So there's no mini bar, but that's absolutely fine. It just means that you can put your own drinks and snacks in there. And the fridge is super, super cold as well. It's brilliant, really good fridge. And then we've got some shelves for things. We've got the telephone. I know people like to know about plugs. Don't worry, there's loads of plugs here. We've got the US, European. Round here we've got US, USB, USB-C, absolutely loads. Another European, more plugs than you could ever want, to be honest. We've got more drawers here and here. Towel animals. These don't come in your room. However, the other day they all appeared around the pool. This one is a Ray and the little baby Ray. So we borrowed those and took them to the room. But yeah, there's a desk there so you can do work. This little table, which you can move around the room. You can have over there if you want. Yeah. And then over here, the bed. There's lots of room underneath for your suitcases. And then we've got some drawers next to the bed. Loads more plugs. That's an American one, USB, USB-C. This reading light, which is super annoying because when you put it back, for some reason, it always lights up a little bit in the night. So I would suggest either sticking a sticker over there if it's going to bug you, or bring a sleeping mask, because yeah, that's really annoying, but it's not the most annoying thing. The most annoying thing is that when you get out of bed, there's a sensor under here and the light comes on for about 2 minutes and it wakes up everyone in the room. After the first night, my cabin steward was outside and he's lovely. He said, "Did you sleep okay?" I was like, "Oh no, not really." Didn't sleep much at all because there's 4 of us in the room and people go to the toilet in the night, me included, and then every time you do, the light's on, it wakes everyone up. But he said, "Don't worry." He said, "I will get some tape and I'll stick it over the sensor for you and then it won't go off in the night." And that's what he did, and it solved the problem. So I would suggest either bring in your own tape, black tape, not sellotape, to cover the sensor, or just ask your cabin steward and they'll do it. Because I'll show you. Right, you look under here. See? That's what you need to do to fix the problem of the lights coming on all the time. Okay, so we've got the TV, the TV is really, really good. It's got loads of channels. We've been watching the Olympics, we've been watching movies, so much on there. There's news, there's everything. Right, this side of the bed, same. We've got more plugs. The lights are really confusing. There's 3, I don't know. They seem to do different things every time you press them. I've still not worked it out. I just keep pressing them. There's so many different lights in here as well, all different ones. We just kind of keep pressing them till they go off. I've not worked that out. Then over here, also don't know what this really does. Not figured that out. Don't know. The aircon, that took a while to figure out, so I'm going to explain it to you. So you can turn it on and off with this one. And then you see it says we've got manual or auto. So if you have manual, you can adjust the amount of blowing with this one and then the temperature with this one. And if you put it on auto, you can just do the temperature and leave this to do whatever it wants. It's been really, really hot in the Mediterranean in August. So we've always had the temperature on minimum the whole time. And then the blowing, you can put it on maximum blowing, which makes it nice and cold, but it is like a hurricane. It's like coming out, you can't really sleep with it. So you kind of have to notch that down a bit and be a bit warm. But overall, I like how you have so much control over it. It is good. It's helpful. Right then, let's take a look inside our bathroom, shall we? So yeah, it's pretty nice. It's small, as you would expect, really. It's got loads of storage up there, shelves. It's got a shaver or toothbrush plug, but you need to know that that doesn't fit the UK ones. It works for the US or Europe, I'm not sure, but you'll need an adapter if you're from the UK. We've got some hand wash, body lotion, which is really nice, and flannels. And then there's more storage space down there as well. Towels up there, more, always loads of towels, they just keep arriving. And then in the shower, what I love is, look, you get shampoo and conditioner and body wash, and they're all really nice, so you don't even need to bring your own shampoo and conditioner if you don't want to. And then we've got a washing line up there, which you can hang your swimming costumes on. There we go. That's the shower. Oh, and then another thing you can get on the app, see this, princess dressing gown. So these aren't in your room by standard. They're not normally in the room, but if you just go on the app and say that you'd like to borrow a dressing gown, a robe, it just comes and it's so nice and soft and fluffy. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that you grab a couple of those. And then over here, you get hooks, which is great. So you don't really need to bring your own hooks because you've got a couple of hooks there. And then let me show you this, which is the wardrobe thing. This is cool. It's got lights in it as well. Sometimes, yeah, they come on when you open the door. But look how much storage we've got. Look how many hangers we've got. And we didn't even ask for any extra hangers. It just had this many in, which is brilliant. Because I love it when you got loads of hangers. Sometimes you only have about 5. But yeah, that's great. Loads of... We've had plenty storage here for 4 of us for a week. Drawers there and shelves. And then in here, this sounds a bit like a dinosaur, we've been saying. It's a dinosaur cupboard. We've got the safe. It's not big enough for your laptop, but it is big enough for your passport and your money and whatever. And then over here, this cupboard is a bit pointless. So it's got your life jackets in. But then look at that. Like, it just needs some shelves or something. I don't know why they've done that. It's a really pointless cupboard. But yeah, that's where your life jackets are anyway. Oh yes, and then over this side, there's a really big mirror so that you can see what you look like before you go out. So yeah, that's the cabin. Do you like it? I really like it. So this one is cabin 11303, which is a deluxe balcony cabin. But really, it's not like there's a standard one. There's the cove balconies, which are lower down, and they have a bit of more of a sheltered balcony. But I don't believe that this is any bigger or better. It might be. There's not a standard, is what I'm saying. The deluxe one is the one that pretty much everyone gets. If you get a balcony cabin, it'll be this one. And some will just have the sofa, and some will have the sofa that turns into the bunk beds, depending on whether you've got a cabin that sleeps 2 or 3 or 4. But yeah, we love it. It's really, really nice. I think we made a good choice in picking this one, and I would definitely pick it again.